Alright, so finally ECW has moved up to cult size again. Finally. Alright, let's take a look at their shows. So we'll start with Hardcore TV. Taz beat Marty Jannetty for 71. Stevie Richards, hey, Richards on the show, beat RVD in an 81 rated match. Oh my goodness, how the hell did Stevie Richards get 81 rated? Phil LaFon defeated Chris Hero for 45 as well. Now, ECW Heatwave, their pay-per-view. 6,000 in attendance, good house. RVD and Mikey Whipwreck defeated Sandman and Stevie Richards. Double duty for Stevie, 76. Doug Furnace and Phil LaFon defeated Lynn and Acid for 61. Spike Dudley defeated Chris Jetty for 47. And Jannetty defeated Doring and Cronus for 52. Well, 70 rated show. And it means that they are now a cult size. I think. Yes, they are. I did not get an email about it though. And they offered Brian Adams a contract. Whew. Big stuff there. Adams doesn't want to work for us. So the big names are coming into ECW. Jazz wants it. We have Jazz on. When did I sign Jazz? Alright, well, we've got Jazz in the contract. She wants more money. Alright. Sure. Alright, Hardcore Heat. Let's see it. Pre-show, Honma and Sick Nick for 31. It was terrible. Sick Nick sustained a percussive ankle stretch. Well, let's hope that puts it. Why couldn't he have a brain tumor? Why couldn't it be Sick Nick getting injured? Why did it have to be Kurt Angle? But anyway, Sick Nick gone. But he did get the 13, so I don't think this ankle stretch will be. He'll probably be okay for a little bit. So probably 3 days or so he'll be out for. Sick Nick 13, Honma 30. So Honma's starting to get to the point where he's starting to be okay, 35. So he's getting there. Sick Nick, the crowd just hate him, so it's not going to work, unfortunately. He does need a new gimmick too. It's not helping either. Alright, we opened up the show. We had to put something good on this one. Owen Hart and Double J promoing on the British Brawlers for 88. Good. Hardcore Holly took on Vic Grimes, and the crowd did not want to see Vic Grimes wrestle either. Ugh. Another one who's got issues. A fighting Irishman gimmick for Vic Grimes, above average, so that worked out okay. So he's just a tough guy, really. 39 overall for the match. Hardcore Holly picked up the win in the tournament. Toyota with a promo on Luda Vachon for 65, good stuff. Gangrel and Tanaka had a really good match. Gangrel and Tanaka have great chemistry. Gangrel 56, wow. If both these guys had 40 pop, I think they'd have a really good one. Or like a maybe 60 plus match. There's a potential feud for us anyways. Gangrel 56, Tanaka 38. Ultimate Warrior and Test had a quick little match as Test picked up the win. Test 50, Warrior 59. LOD had another training video hyping themselves up again. And our main event was Sabu versus Tommy Dreamer. An ECW special right here. It was a 59 rated one. Sabu picked up the win. 59 from Sabu, wow. And Dreamer 51. Good stuff. Very good stuff indeed. And that will give us a 64 rated show. Hey, that's okay. That's not bad. Good. Much better than the last time, that's for sure. This is Fully Loaded. Let's have a look at the big event. We started off with a 90 rated show, 90 rated match. Good opening contest there. Owen Hart 85 was the best in the match. Jeff Jarrett 82, Regal 78, Finlay 73, gaining some storyline heat. And we got British Brawlers to win over Owen and Double J. So the European champion Will and Regal gets the win. We're probably going to send Owen Hart and Double J over to SmackDown to replace Kurt Angle, I would say. Kane is locked inside his dressing room and he can't escape. Kane locked inside and, well, we don't know who's locked him in there, but someone has, and Kane, he can't get out. Chris Jericho cuts a promo and openly mocks the fact that he's the reason that Kurt Angle's out of action and had to vacate the Intercontinental Championship. Of course, Kurt Angle suffered a brain tumor. He'll be out of action for a year, and Jericho is taking responsibility for it. Miami Toyota took on Luda Vachon one-on-one for the Women's Championship, and Toyota picks up the win and retains the title. Toyota 63, Vachon 49. Good from both women there. Nice stuff. Val Venus is backstage with Vampiro, and Vampiro snaps and attacks Val Venus after Venus attempted him to get to do the movie again. Val Venus has been trying his hardest to get Vampiro to do his new movie. Vampiro refusing and ultimately snapping and attacking Val. Of course, you gotta remember, Val Venus is the babyface in this situation, which you probably think he might be the heel the way things going, but Val's just trying to help Vampiro out. Vampiro refusing and eventually attacks Val. Hardcore Championship match. Al Snow became the brand new Hardcore Champion when he defeated Stevie Richards. Al Snow 58, Stevie Richards 50. A 64 rated match in the end, which is pretty good from both guys there. Nice stuff. We had a Steve Austin and Rick Rude vignette for this one. Alright. Austin versus Rude. How is this match going to go? I really do not know. This is Rick Rude's first match back. Let's get our predictions in. I think Rick Rude will perform around 73, 74. I think Austin will be in the 90s. And hopefully we'll carry this one to be something good. Vince McMahon is the special guest referee as well. We have to consider that. So I'm going to say 87 for this one. I'm not going to go too high, but I'm still confident it's going to be okay. So Austin versus Rick Rude. This is Rick Rude's first match in the series. So he's returning from injury. Let's have a look. Rude is back. How does he go? 94. Steve Austin and Rick Rude have great chemistry. It showed in their performances. Austin with 100. Rick Rude 76. There you go. So Vince McMahon was the special guest referee. He was taken out. Charles Robinson takes over as the referee, and he saves the day, allowing Austin to get the 1, 2, 3. Austin beats Rude. Rick Rude 76. So if you take away the great chemistry, maybe more so of a 70, low 70s type of performance, which is still pretty good considering that this is his first match back. Did he have ring rust? That's a good question. No, he did not. So Rick Rude is back, and I wouldn't say he's better than ever, but he's back and he's still pretty good. Yeah, Rick Rude probably, if it was anyone else, I probably would have had Rick Rude win, but, Austin had to win. Gotta give it to Austin. 94, I'll take that. I really will. What's coming up next? Let's have a look. So next up is Triple H versus Billy Gunn. So before we get there, Kane escaped from being trapped inside his own dressing room, and anybody that was around got the hell kicked out of him. He just beat the shit out of him, really. He attacking everybody in sight. And inadvertently, we advanced and improved the King of the Deathmatch tournament, so that's a plus. And Raven's Nest versus Kane continued gaining heat as well. So 83 from this one, which is good. What's going on here? What are we trying to do? We're trying to turn him heel, are we? Oh. Alright. Billy Gunn. Triple H. The chat thinks high 80s, low 90s. I'm going to say Billy Gunn's pretty good. He's got about 80 pop. Triple H, 90 pop. I'm going to say 91. 91 for this one. Triple H and Billy Gunn. Let's have a look. 92. Triple H 92. Billy Gunn, a little disappointing. 74. Yeah, I've got to say that's a touch disappointing from Billy, but okay, that's alright. That's alright. We still got a good performance in the end. 92 overall. So Triple H picks up the win. He defeats Billy Gunn, and now he'll get ready for Road Dogg at SummerSlam. Hardy Boys versus the APA, which are probably still the Acolytes to be fair, but Hardy Boys versus the Acolytes coming up next. Ken Shamrock sends a warning to Mark Henry that he will be the man that he's going to make an example out of. 98, so advancing and gaining heat for that storyline, which is fantastic. Ken Shamrock doing a great promo there. So APA and Hardys, hard to predict this one because Hardys are amazing as a team. They don't have a lot of popularity though, so it's a bit hard to really say they're going to go and get something crazy. But I'm going to say 83 for this one. I'd like to be wrong, but I'll say 83 for the Hardys. And the APA, let's have a look. 80, okay. Well, it probably could have been an 83. Matt Hardy, 71. Jeff Hardy, equal best in the match, 83. Farouk, 80. Bradshaw, 83. Crazy, crazy, crazy. APA, they defend the tag titles for the second time, and we're going to start getting ready to turn them babyface. Who they're going to face next, I don't know. Maybe the Dudley Boys. 80 rated for their matchup nonetheless. X-Pac and Ultimo Dragon is up next. Before we get there, Hulk Hogan. He's on the show. Yes, he turned up. He says The Rock has no chance of winning tonight or at SummerSlam. 100 rated. Which should help the main event storyline nonetheless. So, X-Pac and Ultimo Dragon coming up next. It should have some good storyline heat after a couple of good segments on SmackDown recently. I think 85 might be where we're heading for this one. I think that'll be a good number. This will be their last match between the two of them. It's a 2 out of 3 falls match as well, so something a little bit extra as well. So X-Pac, Ultimo Dragon, let's have a look. 84. X-Pac 85, Ultimo 71. X-Pac makes it his first defense on this championship reign for the lightweight title. X-Pac, brilliant. Ultimo Dragon, fantastic, considering he's got 58 pop. To get a 71 is outstanding. Great match. And unfortunately, it's the end of their feud. I wish they could feud forever, because who's next? Who's the next guy who's going to face X-Pac? I do not know. But unfortunately, we have to end it there because it's their third and final match. Alright, main event time. Unholy Alliance versus the Rock and Sock Connection. Before we get there, Goldust is backstage informing Ted DiBiase, of course, works alongside Vince McMahon. He informs Ted that he caught Pillman doing drugs again. Spreading more lies about Pillman, that's the key there. Goldust trying his best to get Pillman fired or punished or whatever he can do. But nonetheless, it advances and gains heat for that storyline, which is good news. Alright, main event. Rock and Sock Connection, Unholy Alliance. The Rock has been outstanding. Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, we know he can carry anyone. Undertaker, I'm not worried about. It's the Big Show I'm concerned about, but it is a tag match. Hopefully he'll do a little bit better. We've had a good pay-per-view. We just need one more big match to get us over the line. So I'm going to say 96 for this one. Hopefully Big Match Show can come through tonight and get it done again. So, Unholy Alliance, Rock and Sock Connection. The result is 99. Big Match Show has done it again. Oh my goodness. Cactus 91, Rock 93, Big Show 76, man. Alright. And Undertaker 90. Unholy Alliance, man. Gets it done with a good matchup, but they lose. The Rock wins, he pins the Big Show, and that's it there. So, a 99 rated matchup. Big Show gets another classic under his belt once again. That's 2 in a week, isn't it? 2 in a week. Alright, let's take a look at the last segment afterwards. Hulk Hogan comes out to join the Unholy Alliance in beating down The Rock and Cactus. So a 3-on-2 attack, and Hogan gets his hands on The Rock before SummerSlam. So, our overall results. Well, we had a great main event. We've had a couple of 90 rated matches in between. I'm going to have to say it's going to be a 96 rated show. It's a 97 rated show. Wow, okay. Whoa, that's very, very good. 53,000 people nearly attended. Wow, great stuff. Good show indeed. 97 is crazy. I'll give The Rock some praise. I'll give Rick Rude some praise. He was good. And I will give The Big Show. Give him some praise. Alright, so The Rock, he's happy. Rick Rude's happy. Big Show's happy. And that is Fully Loaded in the books. We actually competed head-to-head with WCW Bash at the Beach. So let's have a look. We had a 1.67 buy rate, 1.2 million buys, which is a lot. 53,000 people attended a Fully Loaded show. Bash at the Beach, one of their big shows of the year. 31,000 people attended, 470,000 buys, 0.62. Main evented by Kevin Nash defeating Sting, to retain the world title. They had a 90 rated show overall, which is a good show indeed. Nash and Sting was 94. Here's something big. Booker T had a big singles match against Randy Savage. Now, I didn't expect that at all. And Randy Savage won, but it was an 88 rated match. Hennig defeated Lodi for 81. Mongo defeated Eddie Guerrero and Stevie Ray to keep the US title for 69. I can't believe Mongo's the US champ, beating Eddie Guerrero, for goodness sake. Prince Iakai defeated Corporal Kajun, Yun Yang, and Psychosis to keep the Cruiserweight title 59. Lenny Lang defeated Hammer. Riggs beat Rey Mysterio. Saturn beat Sick Boy. DDP and Goldberg, they teamed up and they beat Glacier and Ernest Miller to keep the tag belts for 85. Sting and HBK, Scott Hall, Bret Hart, all doing angles, no matches from them. Goldberg and Lex Luger had a brawl as well. So look, it was a good show. It's a good show from them, no doubt. We need to find a replacement for Kurt Angle. Now, after watching some Attitude Era, I've actually thought of the man that I want to push into at least the upper mid card. And it's a guy I've been pushing somewhat already, but not that strong. But I've made my decision. But I think I will live to regret it. But the man that I want to push up is actually Test. Test, I mean, his start call is 60 on this. I think it should be a little higher. I think because I tried to make him gain weight and it didn't really work too well. But anyways, so I'm thinking about Test because when I watch him on the Attitude Era, you know, something about him. You know, he's got a bit about him. You know, the ladies react to him. You know, he's okay in the ring. He's not great in the ring, but he's got a bit of a presence about him. In the mod, basic psychology selling pretty good. Consistency's high. You know, those stats are reasonably good for a guy that you wouldn't expect too much from. His in-ring stats are mediocre, but he's an option. 43 pop at the moment. So we actually have been trying to push him. I don't think he's lost a match for us. Probably not. Let's have a look. 9 and zip. But you can see, apart from the Ultimate Warrior win, he's really beaten nobody. So might be time to pull the trigger on Test to get him at least to 60 pop and go from there. If not, I don't really know. You know, the Hardys, the Dudleys are all tag team guys. Ironic. I want to keep them in tag team divisions. Jericho, he'll get there himself, no worries. But once we get Jericho to the main event, then we got to figure out who's going to replace Jericho in that upper mid card. That's where I'm thinking Test. Jeff Jarrett, Owen Hart, upper mid carders now, but they're more so low tier main event guys. Owen Hart, we're going to work a program with Owen Hart and Jeff and Chris Jericho, and perhaps even Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett. We're thinking about turning Jeff Jarrett back to heel, splitting up the Owen Hart and Jarrett tag team. We'll see if we go ahead with that. Ultimate Dragon, we're going to lose him in less than 3 months, so we can't rely on him any further. Yeah, so the Godfather hasn't had a lot of wins, so I think we could probably do a lot more with the Godfather. He's very popular in the real life, and you know, probably more so popular because he's got all the women around him, but he could be a stronger act for us if we want him to be. You know, we've kind of been putting him with D'Lo as a tag team. Maybe if we have him go more on his own, might work stronger, or we push the D'Lo and Godfather tag team a little bit more. Val Venus is starting to break away on his own. He's doing really well, getting towards the mid-60s, which is actually quite a bit of a jump. Last time I checked, he was low 60s. But no, he's been around this mark for a while now, so I just haven't obviously looked for a while. So Val Venus is on the up, which is good. He's working a program with Vampira at the moment, which is going pretty well. I think that program is so far so good with the whole, you know, I want you to do this adult movie, and Vampira refusing to do it, so that's kind of the storyline there. But those are really our options. Vampira I like, but I don't see him as a main event guy. I see him as a, you know, where he is now, doing okay now. But as I said, the mid card, really no more options there. The lower mid card, even less. Maybe a Hardcore Holly, but again, you know, So I think Test might be our only real option to kind of push up. So that's the problem we got right now. We're out of options. So yeah, let's take a look. So this is this week's WWF Raw. Let's take a look at the results. All right, so Austin and McMahon and Rick Rude are out in the ring. Steve Austin's demanding that he gets an opportunity to face Vince McMahon in a match at SummerSlam. I think that was kind of the agreement. If Austin beats Rick Rude, then he gets to have McMahon at SummerSlam. So we'll say that. We'll say that's the stipulation anyways. So Austin will get McMahon one-on-one. We'll make that official. Mark Mero and Golga had a 68 rated match. Mark Mero, 66. Golga, 54. Wow. Okay. Both guys are pretty good. It surprises me. He then had an interview with Howard Finkel after it. Not as good. 65, but starting the William Regal storyline nonetheless. So we got the Fink out there for a rare opportunity to be on the show. And technically, I hope, I don't know if they got it in 2020 because I haven't been reading the developer diaries, but I hope they actually have a ring announcer position as for someone, you know, so guys like Howard Finkel can actually be useful. BWO took a loss to Martial Law, 61. Takada, 62. Wow, really good. Dan Severn, 63. So Martial Law, this is a nice little tag team brewing at the moment. It's flying on the radar a little bit, but it's slowly getting there, and eventually I think this will be a really strong team for us. If we can get Takada up there a little bit higher, things will go well. Nova, 41, Blue Meanie, 31. They don't have the pop yet, but we're slowly getting them there. 61. Road Dogg and Billy Gunn are backstage discussing their issues with Triple H and how Billy Gunn lost to Triple H at Fully Loaded, and how Road Dogg needs to beat Triple H to finally get this, to set things right once and for all. Ivory took on Ozaki for a beauty. 40. Ivory 40, Ozaki 28. So yeah, Ivory still sucks. Still sucks. China and Toyota get things happening. So China demands that the women clear out the locker room for her. And I probably should have put some more women in this segment to kind of boost them up a little bit. Nonetheless, Manami Toyota stood up to her and said, no, that's not happening. You know, you will share this locker room. You'll be part of our division or get out type of thing. So 72 nonetheless. Good start. Very good start. So that has officially started that storyline. Kane took on Lance Storm for 79. Lance Storm 47, Kane 91. Kane beating him in 5 minutes. So this is one of the things that I said that I need to start doing. More top guys working with lower guys because they're going to have strong matches. And if we can keep doing this consistently, someone like Lance Storm can gain a few extra points out of having a really good match on Raw. But the point of the story of that match was to advance the storyline. The lights have gone out, they come back on, and Kane is completely covered in blood. So blood has happened, Kane's covered in it, and that continues the Raven's Nest and Kane storyline. So that was a bit of a brood tactic. Edge and Christian covering Kane in the blood there. 99, very good. Goldust is pleading to Vince McMahon that Pillman should be fired after using drugs, allegedly. So McMahon listening to what Goldust has to say. Pillman not appearing there yet. So we kind of ran out of time for Pillman and Goldust this week, but we'll try and squeeze a little bit more into the show next time. And our main event was Billy Gunn versus Triple H. It was a rematch from Fully Loaded, but Billy Gunn had another opportunity to beat Triple H. Unfortunately, he didn't get it done again, but that was because Road Dogg ran in and got Billy Gunn disqualified. Road Dogg attacked Triple H because Triple H was going to use a weapon. Triple H had a sledgehammer or whatever you want, a steel chair. He was going to hurt Billy Gunn badly. Road Dogg saved the day. Triple H gets the DQ win. And Triple H 91, Billy Gunn 79, 95 match. So that goes to show how strong the storyline is right now. And then the post-match, it was Road Dogg technically saving Billy Gunn from the attack and fending off Triple H and getting him out of the ring. So that was for a 100 rated segment. And that's a 93 rated show. Very good. Very good. 20,000 people in attendance. We're on a bit of a roll. Doing well. Vader's officially retired. New Japan's officially announced that he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. So Vader is in the Japan Hall of Fame, which is great news. He's got 62 pop in Japan at the moment. I think he obviously would be a Hall of Famer for us, maybe? Probably not, actually, when you think about it. He's more of a... Maybe more WCW, maybe? Rather than us. But nonetheless, so Vader is officially done. He's not going to wrestle again. He's done. So that's a bit sad. But maybe for the best. He was declining a little bit. Funaki has gained weight. He's risen to lightweight after building some muscle mass. So Funaki's been hitting the gym and he's bulked up to lightweight. So he was actually small. So, you know, how's that star quality looking? 70! Whew! Damn! Looking good. 47.76 TV rating for Raw, which is big. Dead Severance too clumsy, in my opinion. He's going to end up hurting someone badly. Rick Rude said that. Nitro, 28.39. Around about 12,000 attended. DDP and Goldberg defeated the Steiners to keep the tag titles in the main event for 84 rated show. Scott Hall defeated Riggs for 78. Booker T beat Rey Mysterio for 93. Wow. Wow. 93 between these two guys, yet both of them can barely get a push. Can't get them on the card. Wow. Great match. Sid Vicious beat Psychosis, and Ric Flair defeated Saturn for 84. Yeah, I forgot about Sid Vicious. You know, he's one of those guys we tried to sign, but we never were able to do it. Probably for the best. I think he had one match for us. 2 matches. 3! Undertaker and Sid took place. Yeah, it was a stinker. Yeah, so we had Sid for a minute. Then the WCW took him off us. Maybe for the best. So yeah, that's our Raw recap. Now I want to check out the Raw and SmackDown comparisons. SmackDown 46.47. Raw's been more for 46 as well. So Raw has finally beaten SmackDown. SmackDown went on a bit of a run where it was winning all the time. So Raw finally wins one.